Black History Month highlights achievements and hidden figures across the world. We also learn of the rich history deeply rooted in generations old and new. This week, Stephanie Poole speaks with the Biloxi Middle School Passage Committee, or rather it's the Biloxi Middle Passage Committee that's working to build a memorial marker.
Deep, murky waters holding 350 years of history in each current. The Middle Passage ceremonies and port marker projects honors the millions of Africans who died during the transatlantic human trade from the 15 to 1800s. 52 ports around the world brought 12 million enslaved Africans to build the Americas. One of those ports, Ship Island, Mississippi. Verba Moore is the historian with the Biloxi Middle Passage Committee, which is working to make sure this part of African American history in our state is not lost.
This was the headquarters for French Louisiana for many years after D'Iberville arrived. Between 1721 and 1726, about 1,500 captives were brought over from Western Africa.
Moore says only 1,300 of them survived.
With the ports we have now, it was too shallow for ships to come in, so they landed at Ship Island and they brought all their cargo and passengers in on smaller boats into Old Biloxi, which is Ocean Springs, and then later New Biloxi became founded after that.
The Africane was the first slave vessel to dock at Ship Island. It arrived on March 17, 1721. The Africans captured and put on boats faced an 80-day voyage at sea, some on small boats, or others on gigantic vessels. All were packed on the decks and cargo areas with little to no room to move. Without water, food, and ventilation, there was disease and death on every ship. The Middle Passage claimed the lives of 2 million souls.
They came with skills, and as a matter of fact, some of them were kidnapped specifically because of their skills. Metallurgy, indigo, and rice.
Future generations will learn of the brutal treatment and turmoil, later educating communities how African descendants helped with the development of the nation. For the Biloxi Middle Passage Committee, preserving this story means placing a Middle Passage marker in Mississippi on the Biloxi beach.
It's really appropriate that we chose this area because the weighed-in marker is here. The initial enslavement in Biloxi began in this area, at least from the Ship Island bringing the captives into here. And the fight for equality in Biloxi also began here on the beach.
Port markers are in over 31 states, from neighboring Louisiana to South Carolina and even New York. Moore says Mississippi is one of the last states to join.
We're in a climate of trying to soft pedal the African chapter of American history. If they can't get it in the history books in school, to encourage this kind of thing, to have people go and look it for themselves. There's a lot of history out there that you can read and learn what the truth is for yourself.
In Biloxi, Stephanie Poole, WLOX News Now.